Lord Homewood?
Lucy.
Shall we walk, Arthur?
No. Thank you.
This is all rather formal.
Yes, it is. Shall we walk?
Yes.
I have a book of poetry in my pocket.
Please don't read a poem.
No. It is rather good, though. This bit. Thy love is better than high birth to me, richer than wealth, prouder than garments cost, of more delight than hawks or horses be. And having thee, of all men's pride I boast. Miss Westenra.
Yes.
Miss Westenra.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Gentlemen.
I want him now. No! No!
I know this is controversial, but I'm bored with the beefsteak grill at the Lyceum. I think we should go to White's, or if you're in the mood, Katner's.
I've asked Lucy to marry me, John. And she's accepted. Now, I know how much you've cherished...
Arthur.
No, since you were children. And I wish this were another...
Shall we go and eat?
Another woman, John. But I can't bear to think of life without her.
Shall we eat?
Not tonight, no. I'm taking the night train to Whitby. I've been summoned. I wanted to talk to you before I left.
The recluse has summoned you to Whitby. I thought you weren't welcome up there.
His doctors have summoned me.
How long has it been since you saw him?
5 or 6 years. Do I still have your friendship, John?
Of course.
Father. Father. What is this?
How old were you when your mother drowned?
3.
I attended her. I think now that she didn't die in an accident. I believe she was aware that she suffered from the same disease that has now taken your father.
Say it.
Syphilis. I believe your father caught the disease through sexual immorality, had infected your mother, and I now believe that you were infected at birth. The rest of your adulthood will see a deterioration of your mind and of your body.
Is there nothing? Is there... Continue to speak bluntly to me, Dr. Bloor, because no one else Society will not speak of what degrades it. This disgusting leprosy, what hope is there for me?
I regret that science, medicine has as yet provided no defense. Prayer is your defense.
No one must know of this.
Sir, for her sake, your marriage to Miss Westenra must not proceed.
I want you to come to my wedding, John. You're Arthur's friend.
Arthur.
And my friend.
There was a chance for me before I introduced you to Arthur, wasn't there? I've loved you since you were 12. You know that.
You've got to stop thinking of me as a child, John. I'm not yours to protect and cherish to the exclusion of others. And anything we said back then is no... John? John?
Some men have to have everything, don't they? The talent, the money that others of us don't.
John?
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. The rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Why have you forsaken me?
Mr. Singleton.
Lord Homewood.
Thank you all for coming.
Jonathan, you're late.
For a very, very good reason.
Calm down, there are people.
I came via the university, but they've posted the results for the final examinations.
Let me see. Oh, Jonathan.
Calm down, Mina. There are people.
As many of you know, I have had some difficult times recently. But when Miss Westenra and I marry next year, she will make me the happiest man alive. To Lucy.
To Lucy!
Don't you want to marry me?
Arthur, congratulations.
If we postpone until next year...
We talked of this summer. It's been arranged for this summer.
Lucy.
Don't you love me?
Yes.
I will not hear of postponement, Arthur. I want to be with you now. We will be married in the summer. Mina!
Hello.
I'm glad you could come. Why didn't I see more of you? You keeping your young man locked away?
Arthur, you remember Mina Murray? We were at school together.
Of course.
And this is Jonathan Harker, her fiancé.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
They're getting married sometime in the next decade, isn't it, Mina? Jonathan's making her wait in a manner that's unacceptable.
Jonathan's just passed his solicitor's exams, which was our plan, to wait until things were secure.
Come.
You're a solicitor?
Yes, sir.
Which firm?
Hawkins, Bates and Company, Bishopsgate.
It's not a firm I know.
It's just a small firm, sir. General conveyancing. It's just me and Mr. Hawkins.
Travel. How's that for an exciting word, Jonathan?
It's exciting. It's louder for you, Mr. Hawkins.
No. Too many important things. Influential clients. The future of our firm, my fine young solicitor, and the future of our firm.
And who's the new client?
A Mr. Singleton. Long face. Bit like a tombstone. But we don't care about that. Do we care about that?
No.
No, we don't. The aforementioned Mr. Singleton has an associate who is moving his interests here from the continent, and Mr. Singleton is purchasing a raft of properties on his behalf and wants us to do the conveyancing. On completion of the work, one of us, who is not old and who yearns for travel and other excitements, will visit Transylvania and transfer the deeds personally and deal with any matters that may arise.
And what's the name of his associate?
Count Dracula, a nobleman, a very private nobleman, says stony-faced Singleton, who wishes his affairs to remain private. I assured him that discretion was our watchword, the mistress that we woke up with every morning. And he said if this was so, then we would be rewarded handsomely. Questions, my boy?
Where is Transylvania? Do you wish you were coming with me?
Well, I wish I was going to Florence with you. Or Athens.
Then we will. In Paris, in Venice.
And Vienna.
And Vienna.
We do these things.
Of course we'll do these things. This is the beginning, Mina. We will look back on this time and say this is where our life started.
No, John. John, we must wait.
No, I don't want to.
Be safe.
I will be safe.
Be safe and write to me.
I got into Bistritz nearly 8 hours late. It seems, Mina, that the further east you go in Europe, the less punctual are the trains. Tonight, I travel by coach across the Carpathian Mountains and into Transylvania. In my guide, I read that every known superstition in the world is gathered into the horseshoe of the Carpathians, from werewolves to witchcraft, as if it were the centre of some imaginary whirlpool. Hello? Guten Abend, mein Herr. Ich heiße Jonathan Harker. Well, then you'll know I have an appointment with Count Dracula.
I am Dracula.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
You must be hungry.
Yes, very tired.
And you must eat. We have much to do. You have something for me. From Mr. Singleton.
Yes, from Mr. Hawkins, my employer. Bishopsgate, London, sir.
Hawkins. While you stay, you must remain in your rooms. This castle is not safe.
The coach will be at the pass at 6 o'clock tomorrow. I wondered if it would be possible for your driver to take me.
I was hoping to conclude our business in the evening tomorrow. In the day, I am occupied. You'll have to oblige me an extra day. Sleep well.
You say Mr. Harker left England for Europe 2 weeks ago?
Yes. Transylvania.
He has no knowledge that Mr. Hawkins was shot dead in his office?
No.
Where in Transylvania did Mr. Harker go?
I don't know.
Did he tell you the name of his client?
There was a confidentiality clause to his company's contract, sir. And Mr. Harker is a conscientious lawyer.
Miss Murray, I have to tell you we can find no record of a Transylvanian client among the papers in Mr. Hawkins' office. There was nothing there.
And the final property is situated in Shadwell, in the East End of London, towards the docks.
What is the distance between here and Mr. Singleton's house in Chelsea?
About 6 miles. The only other business is this, which comes directly from Mr. Singleton, actually. He said it was confidential, for your eyes only.
How old are you?
24, sir.
24.
Sir.
And you're not married?
I'm engaged to be married, sir.
Tell me about that.
She's... I have a picture, actually. Mina. Sometimes when we'd arranged to meet, I'd arrive late, so I could watch her from a distance without her knowing I was there.
Mina.
Mina.
Mr. Singleton, who gave you the right to take Hawkins' life and snuff it out? That was murder.
And what was sending that boy? Do you think he'll be coming back from Transylvania, my lord?
Yes. Isn't he?
It was essential for both our sakes that all trails that could lead back to the Brotherhood were eliminated. For they would also lead back to you, who provided funds for the purchase of his properties.
This is not what I wanted.
What did you want?
I heard you had knowledge of a faith that could help me.
I do.
That your religion is one of eternal blood. That some kind of transfusion of this would cleanse my diseased blood. And this is what you promised. If I brought this this magician to this country.
I can guarantee you a transfusion.
And then I'll be all right.
Then you will be cured of your fate. Yes. But first, you must have faith and be fully inducted into our religion, which will require further contribution to our church, my lord. If that is what you wish.
Are you a religious man?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about an Englishman and his God.
England is the centre of the Christian world.
But even at the center of the Christian world, there are fewer and fewer who worship at the altar of Christ.
I don't believe that's true.
But I read it. Everything I study, I find a secularism, a religious doubt.
We English believe we are God's people.
Yes. Huh. God is an Englishman.
Yes.
Yes. Why else has London been given an empire that covers a quarter of the globe? And that grows all the time. These discussions have been useful to me. Books only teach so much about the country. You will stay longer.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Excuse me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Come on. Tell me.
You look so beautiful and happy. I was trying so hard not to cry.
Is Jonathan still in Europe?
Something's wrong, Lucy.
Nothing's wrong.
There is, I know it. Mr. Hawkins was killed soon after he left, and I haven't had any letters from Jonathan since the train.
Mr. Hawkins died in a burglary, didn't he? Jonathan will come back, and then 6 months later, all of his letters will arrive in a big sack, won't they?
I worry so much, I even sleep in his rooms to feel close to him.
Come to Whitby this summer.
No!
Please! I'll go mad being away from society and all of my friends. Promise me you'll come.
Go back to your wedding.
Wishes to see you.
You came.
Of course I did.
Means a lot to me.
Good. Lucy. I have to leave and attend to business.
What? Business?
Just something I have to attend to, Lucy. Go up to Yorkshire tonight as we planned.
Arthur?
And I will join you as soon as I can.
But it's our wedding night, Arthur.
Do as I ask. Let it begin.
Lord of the night, hear me. Answer my call.
Why isn't he answering?
He will be on the ship, over water which weakens him. He travels in unhallowed earth, the only place he can feel safe and gather strength.
I want regular reports from Lloyd on the progress of that ship wired to me in Yorkshire. I'm taking my wife up there to keep her away from this. But I will come down the second London sees the ship. And when I am cured, I want him sent back to whatever hole he's crawled out of. And you gentlemen will never contact me again. It's been in my family for generations.
It's beautiful.
There's more. Don't, Lucy.
No, I don't want these. I want you. Come to bed, my husband.
In time, things will be right. And we'll have a normal union. Just give me a little time. I'll put these in the safe.
What is it?
No.
Where are you going?
Try and get some sleep.
Arthur?
I said sleep.
It's the most beautiful place. I love to come up here and read.
How could you read so close to all these bodies?
The sexton told me that most of these graves are empty. They're sailors whose bodies were lost at sea. The graves are just for the families. That one, that's a suicide. He shouldn't be in here at all. His family were rich, so they inscribed beloved husband. But everybody knows that he murdered his wife and then he hanged himself. Appearances can be deceptive, like marriage and men.
How's Arthur?
He's distant. He's distant, Mina. He's preoccupied. I hardly see him. He spends all day on business, all night sending telegrams, receiving them, I think. I think I make him anxious. Look. There's a storm. There's a storm coming. What is the name of the church below the abbey, Arthur?
Thank you, Stevenson.
St. Mary's.
Mina said that the pillars inside reminded her of deck supports. That the church was like a beach ship.
What is the matter with you? I'm so sorry, my lord. I'm so sorry. I'll...
His son's boat is not back yet. It's out in the storm.
I don't want to speak to anyone, Stevens.
Mr. Singleton is here, sir. He says it's urgent.
The Demeter was sighted yesterday entering the English Channel.
What are you doing here?
And was expected to dock within 24 hours in London. But she's continued north up the east coast of England, sir. Travelling with unnatural speed. Tracking this storm.
Why would it do that?
Because I think he's coming here.
Matthew, Violet, lanterns quickly. Amy, get the ropes from the stables. Hurry, hurry! Hurry, everyone! Down to the shore, quickly!
What's happening?
Boat's in trouble. It can't get into the harbour.
Shall we go?
Shall we?
Shall we? Have you ever seen death?
My parents?
But have you ever seen anyone die?
No.
So why don't we go? I want to experience it. Why don't we stand on the quay with everyone else as the ship breaks up, feeling cold and scared and vital. Mina. It's been 3 weeks since the marriage and it's still unconsummated. thought men were supposed to be experienced. But he's not experienced. He flinches every time I touch him. There's a violence in him when I come near. Is that how it is? Is that what happens?
Does he touch you?
I think if I could do something different, if I could touch him in the right way. Because I want it to happen. I want to lead a full life with him, Mina. That's how I'm made. I need this. I don't want to live a life untouched. Is Jonathan experienced?
I don't know.
Did he touch you?
Yes. Well, not fully, but he wanted to.
How did it make you feel?
Like I wanted to touch him.
Did you, Mina?
No, but I wish I had. I wish I had.
He's been dead for days, strapped to the wheel. There was no other crew.
There must have been crew, Sergeant Kirk.
No one's come on or off that ship since she beached.
No passengers?
Well, according to the ship's log, there were 14 souls on the Demeter when she left the Black Sea. 13 crew and 1 paying passenger. He appears to be an Englishman, sir. Mr. Jonathan Harker.
Lucy, please go back to the house and take your friend now!
No!
There's only cargo on board, sir. There was a large wooden crate. This just seems to be filled with earth. Nothing else in it. The owner's papers are in order, sir.
If the crate's empty, then where is he? You say he needs unhallowed ground to travel in to rest. Is that a lie?
No.
Then where is he? If he knows I'm here, why hasn't he made contact with me? Find him. That crate won't move for a day or so, but when it does, you follow it to London.
And if he doesn't travel with the crate? If he has some purpose here?
You think I cannot handle a man like this? What is he, a Slav? He's in my country. At my behest, he will do what I say. Come in! What is it? Yes?
Arthur, the Englishman on the ship was Mina's fiancé. He's been on business in the Balkans for the last 2 months. She's been expecting him back.
Why would he be docking in Whitby?
She doesn't know. She's beside herself with worry. Please do all you can to find him.
All hands on that ship are dead, Lucy.
Do this one thing for me, Arthur.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I help?
I'm sorry, I thought...
What is it?
I thought you were my fiancé.
And why did you think that?
Clothes are similar. And I think he was on that ship.
They're all dead. Who were on that ship?
Thank you.
If he's dead, I don't want to live. I don't want to be 25 or 35 or 95 and not be near him.
I understand.
I hate this feeling, but I am so scared of losing it.
Then you deny the heart's resilience. Its strength is to cope with loss. Without it, grief would kill us all.
Jonathan is dead.
Death is a rebirth. A new life.
I thought I might find you here.
Lucy.
Aren't you going to introduce me?
My name is Count Dracula.
Lady Homewood.
Homewood.
Are you a visitor to England, Count Dracula?
No, I live here now.
In Whitby?
Soon in London. First I attend a pleasure in Whitby.
I'm afraid I embarrassed Count Dracula by mistaking him for Jonathan.
There was no embarrassment.
We should go.
Yes, yes, we should.
Bye.
Forgive me, Count. You must think me rude, but if you don't have plans tonight, would you accept an invitation to dine with us? There's such a dearth of society here. It would be our pleasure. And then there's the theatre. You'll love the theatre in London, Count Dracula, won't he, Mina?
Yes.
It's so glittering, so full of life. Sometimes it's so beautiful.
What? What? Tell me.
Well, sometimes it's so beautiful I want life to end there and then. Because life cannot get better than being there. On that night, in that city.
Lucy.
Oh, you're joining us. Arthur, may I introduce Count Dracula? He will be dining with us tonight.
Lucy, Miss Murray, will you excuse us, please?
Arthur?
Will you leave us alone with this gentleman?
Arthur, Count Dracula is my guest. I have invited him into our home. Will you take your hands off me?
We should go, Lucy.
Go.
Arthur?
Please, Lucy.
Arthur?
The arrangement was for us to meet in London, as I think I made clear. I paid for your passage. I purchased property to match your specifications. It is I who have secured your legal residency in this country. What are you doing here?
I only go where I'm desired. Where I'm invited in.
How did you know I was here?
I'm not here for you.
Then what are you doing here?
I enjoy the women in this house.
What? Listen, sir. If I hand you over to the authorities, you will be hanged for what you did on that ship. I want to know who you are and what you are. I want to know if what this gentleman has said about you is true.
What have they said?
Master, that you have lived for 900 years. That you can transfuse me with your blood. That you can take this death away from me.
You can control me. You think I am a man's slave? You will watch as I take all you love, your country, your God, and then it is you who will die.
Thank you for coming so swiftly.
How is she, Arthur? You said in your telegram she's gravely ill. What is the matter with her?
You will see.
What did the doctor say?
You're a doctor.
If she's gravely ill, why hasn't a local physician seen her? Why isn't she in hospital?
Lucy and I need someone I can trust. And you love her. You won't betray our trust.
She's so cold.
How long has she been ill?
Since she woke this morning.
John.
Shh, my darling.
What's happening to me, John?
Try and get some sleep.
Mm.
I'm here now.
Mm.
She needs a blood transfusion urgently.
Is she bleeding?
I don't know. She's lost so much blood, the bed should be swimming in it.
Thank you, Miss Murray.
No hospitals. If she doesn't get a transfusion, she's going to die, Arthur. She'll be dead by this evening.
So you do it.
What's happened here?
It's just an illness. Do the transfusion.
Strip your arm.
No.
If we're doing it here, she needs your blood. Strip your arm. You. This isn't going any further.
Lucy needs better care than me. She's going to a hospital.
Use your own blood now, or I'll blow your brains all over the room. I pray to God I will.
What are those marks on her neck?
I don't know.
After this, we will watch her through the night. And if there's the slightest deterioration, we will send for further assistance.
The magistrate has released the crate. Workmen have loaded it onto a wagon. I think he leaves for London tonight.
What is happening to my wife? Is it him?
He is taking her, my lord. Drinking her blood.
What is this creature?
And if she drinks his blood in return, he will make her his own. She will become the undead.
Get out.
You have no idea what you've unleashed.
Get out!
What has been going on in this house?
What do you mean?
Who is the man Homewood talks to?
I don't know. He arrived a couple of days ago.
Has Lucy said anything to you about problems in her marriage? About Homewood?
Yes.
What did she say?
They were private conversations. And had nothing to do with her health, so they will remain private.
How is he treating her?
Well. Dr. Seward. Dr. Seward. Sorry. Can I take Lucy her breakfast?
Yes. I'll take that.
Lucy. 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 Lucy! Lucy! Lucy!
The resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He that believeth in me, even though he die, yet shall he live. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Lord, we commit the body of thy daughter to the ground, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life, who shall change our vile body to be like unto his glorious body. Lord, have mercy upon us.
Christ, have mercy upon us.
Miss Mary, you must tell me what you know. I am a man of science. I have no head for religion. I deal in facts. And Lucy's death yields no scientific explanation. Something was desperately wrong in that room between those two people and Arthur.
No. No, I have nothing to say to you, Doctor.
He held a gun to my head and forced me to treat her because he didn't want anyone to know why she was dying. He held a gun to my head.
I think he killed her.
I, too, have lost my love, John. And I want to scour the ocean for him. I want everyone in this world looking for him, just so I can know what happened. So his grave is not empty. What good will come of it? We must mourn our loved ones, John. And let them go. Let them rest in peace.
Mina.
Master, we have done all you asked. London is open. We, your servants, Master, come humbly before you to take our allotted place at your right hand. Master, I have served you.
him here?
There are bodies upstairs.
Who? Who? You must get me away from here before he returns. It's night. He will be hunting, but he will return.
What's happened here? Tell me what's happened. Is Homewood mistreating you?
Homewood? Who's home? You must take care. You must get me away from here.
I will take care of you, I will, but I need to know everything.
Yes, that's how it starts. The first lesson man learned was that the tree of knowledge would kill us. And then thousands of years later, we still crave its fruit. We still have to know everything.
How long have you been down here?
They treat me like an animal because I know too much.
What is your name?
Hmm?
Your name?
My name is Abraham. Abraham Van Helsing. She is a woman.
Yes.
But she cannot know this. You must protect her. You must take her away from this now.
I'm told you have news of Mr. Harker.
Tell her what you told me.
She is a woman. These men, Singleton, Cotford, and this Lord Homewood, of whom you speak, who must be providing money for them, they have a society. They are the Brotherhood of the Undead. And of course they want to know the truth of their religion. So they commission me, whose life has been dedicated to the study of pre-Christian religion, to investigate the folk tales, the superstition of vampire, of which the oldest and most powerful. And so I traveled to Transylvania.
The vampire exists and holds Van Helsing prisoner, but he's protected by his cross.
John.
This is what he says.
The vampire eventually lets him go with instructions to the Brotherhood that he is willing to come to England at their invitation, but there are conditions. He wants property bought for him.
He covets London.
The Brotherhood take one look at Van Helsing and are too scared to go back to Transylvania themselves. So they employ an innocent to take the details of the property out to him. And the vampire travels back to England on the Demeter under that innocent's name. This is what he says.
John, this man is ill. He needs help.
I found him in the cellar of a house that had a black altar. Homewood worships in that house.
He is not a member of an occult society, John. These things don't exist.
I can assure you, madam, that even now, this night, there are people meeting in this city trying to find new answers to old questions, quenching their thirst for knowledge, that old gods are rising. I, too, was like you, steadfast in Christ. I thought these were just what intellectual fancies, parlor games for the disaffected, but I have seen. I've seen spirits. I've seen metamorphoses. I've seen the dead walk.
Mina Van Helsing believes the vampire was in Whitby and attacked Lucy, and maybe Homewood offered her as a sacrifice. What did she say to you?
Go away! Go away! Go away! Lucy's marriage was unconsummated, Dr. Seward. That was her anxiety with her marriage. Nothing more!
What are you doing?
Just borrowing enough to get me back to Holland. I will wire you.
No, you must stay and help.
We are not safe. This vampire will go to ground in London and start slowly to spread his plague. But before he does, he will kill everyone who has knowledge that he is here. We are not safe.
Wake up. I found the house in Chelsea. Singleton and his man are dead. You murdered Lucy, didn't you?
No.
You kept her a virgin because you freaks value purity above all else. And she was a gift for this Dracula, wasn't she?
I didn't want her to die. I wanted to live a life with her.
Then why get involved with diabolists and heretics like Singleton?
They kept the truth of who they were from me, John, and I was desperate. If madness and disease was your fate, wouldn't you scour the earth to find a way to cheat death? All I wanted was Lucy. And yet for me to express my love physically, the syphilis would have killed her. It is on God's hands.
What are you going to do? This creature covets London. He wants to be the spider at the center of our web of empire, spreading his plague over the world, turning us into his own kind. In the name of Jesus, we have to find where he rests and destroy him before the whole world is made dark.
Seeking you out. London is a lonely place when you've just arrived.
It's a lonely place when you know it.
With so many people.
Crowds can be lonely.
I like the crowds.
Please, sit down. Please.
I enjoyed the day we spent in Yorkshire. You and Lady Homewood, at least, were welcoming to me. I trust that Lady Homewood is well.
Lucy is dead. We buried her 2 days ago.
My dear.
Lucy and Jonathan were my closest friends. I don't know what to do. I come here to this restaurant where Jonathan would come. I sleep in Jonathan's rooms because I want
to be near him. You want comfort?
Yes.
Warmth.
Oh.
In times of grief, we all seek warmth.
I have no one to talk to.
You have me. I will listen tonight. I will comfort you.
If we are really to confront this vampire, we must do it at dawn, yes? Not now, but when he is weakest. And then, well, we have a chance to destroy him.
If Dracula has 1/10 of the power I think he has, how will we do that?
With faith.
Oh, what good is faith?
Faith is everything, Lord Homewood. Our future generations will laugh, yes, laugh at our science, but not at our faith.
Faith gives us the strength not to be scared of what we do not understand, of darkness, of death.
And Now you must tell me how your wife looked in her coffin. If she drank his blood, she too will be undead now and must be destroyed. Did she look healthy?
Yes.
And her teeth, had they grown?
Yes.
She drank his blood.
If we cut through here, we might find a cab for you by the river. Miss Murray.
I know you. You are my husband. Was I not what you wanted?
Count? Count?
John wanted me. Can I come to you?
Yes!
Count, where are you?
What is written is that you must strike once with the stake.
Put it away!
Smelled your purity. It's all right. It's all right.
She is no longer Lucy, sir. She will walk every night with his plague in her blood unless she is destroyed.
Let her rest in peace, you devils!
You must strike once through her heart. That is what is written.
Please, no!
I do not know how to come before you and ask forgiveness, Lord. ask you, please, enter my heart and give me strength. The strength you showed in Gethsemane to face death. To face this evil I have raised and cast it out. Give me the strength for this one thing, Lord. This one thing.
Who is it? Who is it?
Mina, it's John Seward. Will you let me in?
Go away. Go away with your madness.
Mina, you must listen.
No. There are no vampires. John, this is madness!
Miss Murray, the vampire was in Whitby. He did attack Lucy. He is the man called Dracula.
And Jonathan? Did you send him out there?
I didn't know he wasn't going to come back.
We had our whole lives in front of us. I loved him. I loved him, you murderer! No! Murderer! No!
It's nearly dawn.
Miss Murray, we will make the room secure for you, but please do not try to leave. And do not open the window or door to anyone.
No. Please don't let me stay here alone.
Miss Murray, we have to go to where he rests and end what is begun.
Then I'll come with you. Don't leave me on my own, please.
Now we have to search this place. There must be papers here that tell us where his other properties are. His crate will be in one of them and must be exorcised. Now, in time, he will learn where London's places of Satan are, the unhallowed ground, the graves of its suicides, for from these he will draw great strength. Until then, he must rely on what he has.
Singleton was a suicide. And he's been moved.
And if he's buried in this house, find him.
The cellars.
I cannot go. I cannot go.
Go back upstairs, Mina.
No! If this creature killed my love, then I want it dead.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Singleton. He's not here.
You let her live. Take me. Mina, go! Run, Mina! Get out!
You choose death.
saints and martyrs command you! The blood of Christ! Come on! Through his heart. Did you get his heart?
Yes. Yes.
I walked away from you today. Away from the rites that were being said for you. That wasn't you. I know you'll understand, Jonathan, that in all the years ahead of me, I don't think I will ever visit your grave, or light a candle for you, or wear black. We do not need these trifles between us, not you and I. For I will find you in Vienna, and Florence, and Paris, and New York, in a world that is always opening. And I will carry you with me down the years, my brave, brave boy. Always young as I grow old. Always full of life. Always, Jonathan. Always.
You have my address?
Yes.
You will contact me, if you need to?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, then, goodbye.
No, we're coming to the port with you.
No. It is a sunny day, and it would be a crime if two young people were to spend it separately.
Off into the sun. Go, go.
How long's this voyage? About 4 hours?
Are you hungry?
Yes. Yes. Yes.